Hello everyone, Mrs. Tucker here. I just wanted to go through this week's history activity, which is to basically go through our graphic organiser for our new history theme, the Romans. And we did exactly the same activity for our last history theme, the Stone Age. And what you need to do is have either your exercise book or a piece of paper and a pencil. Also a ruler if you have one, but you don't necessarily need one. And I'd like you to listen to the facts that I'm going to share. I'm going to talk through the graphic organiser that you also have a copy of in your packs. And I'd like you to have a go at copying it out. And then it's going to help you learn the facts about the Romans that we're going to learn this term. And it will also support you with our further learning that we're going to do in the weeks to come. So I'll be doing some screen sharing and I'll be showing you the PowerPoint slide that you've all got a copy of as we go along. So the first thing you're going to need to do, I'm going to share the screen now, is to have your circle. Here's the graphic organiser. The first thing we're going to start with is a circle in the middle of your page. So when we were in school, we used like a glue stick lid to draw around, or so just anything you've got at home. It doesn't have to be very big. And then you need to draw the Roman helmet in the middle. That's our symbol to help us think about the Romans. At the top of your page then, you have one long line going right along the top of the page, horizontal line. And this is going to be our timeline, and it needs to have 7 smaller circles going along it. And you can measure them out if you want, or just guess. It's like maybe 2 centimeters between, but that doesn't really matter. So the first line is 743 BCE, and this is when Rome was founded. So many people believe the myth that Rome was founded by the twins Romulus and Remus. Then you do the next line. Against the next line is 55 BCE. Julius Caesar leads a failed invasion of Britain. The Romans ruled over many countries, so many countries that it can actually be called an empire. And it was one of the most powerful empires in history. So the Emperor Julius Caesar attempted to invade Britain twice, in 54 and in 55 BCE. So we're going to learn about why he was unsuccessful. The next line, the third one along, is next to it. It has 43 BCE. And this time, Claudius leads a successful invasion of Britain. So this is the Emperor Claudius. The next line has the date 60 CE next to it, and Boudicca leads a revolt against the Romans. So the British tribes did not feel happy under the Roman rule with high taxes. And so at this point, Boudicca, the queen of one of the tribes called the Iceni, led a revolt against the Romans. The next line has 312 CE next to it, with Britain is converted to Christianity. Then the 6th line is 360 CE, where Britain is attacked by Picts, Scots and Saxons. And the final line is 410 CE, the last Romans leave Britain. So once you've completed the timeline, we're going to have some other lines coming off our big circle in the middle. And the first line to come off it is the empire. So I've mentioned already that the Roman Empire was one of the most powerful ones. And coming off the empire is the other words Romulus and Remus. And there's a small picture to show our twins. You can do 2 stick people if you want at that point. Just something to help you remember They need to be exactly the same, show twins. And then coming off the line for empire, there's another line which says invasion on it. So we've got, there were 2 emperors who invaded Britain. So it's a detailed sketch of an emperor, but you can just make it quite simple. Next to it's got Julius Caesar and a thumbs down to show that he was unsuccessful. And below that is Claudius and a thumbs up to show that he was successful. Then go to the other side of the circle and we've got another long line with conflict written above it. And then I've done the symbol for the Celts, which were one of the tribes, and a picture of a queen. And this queen is called Boudicca. She led the revolt against the Romans in 60 CE, so we'll be learning about that. Then there's another line coming off the central circle, and on that line we've got social and culture. So one of the main things we're going to be learning is, what did the Romans do for us? So we've got 2 little pictures. One picture is of a road. They built lots of roads. They were skilled engineers. They built roads. They were underground water channels for sewage, and they had heating systems underground. And they also built aqueducts and viaducts. So this picture next to the road is a viaduct, and you will still see, so you will see many around today. There's one in Cornwall, and these can be used for trains going across them. Many of the words we use today actually come from the Romans. And the final line coming off the centre says cause and effect. And then there's a picture of like some ball bearings hitting each other to show that if one ball bearing moves, then what's the effect of that? So it moves all the others. So that's our symbol for cause and effect. So we're going to learn about this when we're learning about the Romans. For example, why was Claudius's invasion successful, and what was the impact of this on Britain? Okay. Thank you for listening, and if you'd like to have a go at presenting the Graphic Organiser yourself and sending in your presentations to us on our emails, then we'd love to see them. Thank you. Bye.